Good morning, students. Good morning, parents. Welcome to my little office here. This is my small classroom. Welcome here. This morning, I want to tell you that I'm very happy to be able to communicate with you by Class Dojo. And I recognize yesterday morning the effort that parents and students are doing. So you guys are making me very proud. So let's keep on going and doing that awesome job. Okay, I hope you all guys are doing well. Behave properly, remember, and do keep doing that awesome job that you guys always do. Today I would like to review with you a little bit of verb tenses. Remember that we are learning English and it's necessary for us to understand clearly what are verb tenses, because when you and I we are able to understand them, we will know when we are reading when an action happened in a story or when somebody is talking with us when something happened. Okay, so how can we identify the verb tenses? Easily, the same verb will give you tips about what verb tense we are talking about. For example, remember guys, then when we talk about verbs, we're talking about actions. Actions are what subjects do in a sentence. And when we talk about tenses, tenses come from the verb time. So if we take this to our common or informal language, we will say that when we talk about verb tenses, we are talking about when an action happens. Okay? So when you're reading and you see a verb, identify the verb. It's easily just to say what verb tense we're talking about just looking at that verb. So remember, we have three simple verb tenses. We have the present is the time that we are talking now, is what is happening now in this moment. We also have the past, is something, an action that already happens. And we have the third one that is the future, is an action that will happen later on. So when we have verbs, let's take an example. For example, let's take the verb open. Now, this verb is in present. For example, if I want to turn this verb that is in the present tense and I want to take it to the past, I would just write the verb and most of the verb just adding ed will turn the verb into the past tense. Now, if you want to write that verb that is in present or is in past and you want to take it to the future tense, what do I do, Teacher Maria? Easily. What do? We take the main verb, rewrite it down, and before the verb, we will use the helping verb will. Adding will before the verb, the main verb, will turn your sentence into the future. So let's repeat this. If we have a verb that is in present and we want to take it to the past, we just take the main verb and most of all, not all of them, but most of the verbs that we use, just adding ed to the verb, we will have the past tense of the verb. If we want to take from the present or from the past to the future, easily add in the beginning before the main verb, we will add the helping verb will. So now, how can I identify them? Easily. If the verb is finishing in ed, it's past. If before the verb we have will, it's future. And if the verb is written in its normal way, it will be present. So the most important tip that I always tell you guys in the classroom that we should identify in verbs is the past and the future, because if the verb is not ending, has past tense verb end, and does not begin with the helping verb will, well, it will be present. So focus in learning how identify past tense verbs and future tense verbs. So for today, I will be leaving you some exercises, not so much, just some. That way you will keep on the track, you will be practicing some exercises where you will be identifying the verb tense. And please remember what we had already explained and reviewed together. If you need to watch this video several times, you know you just have to go over and over, but focus and remember that just looking at the verb and checking how that verb ends, or if that verb has the helping verb will, you will be able to identify is this in the present, if we are talking of the future, or we are talking about the past. And remember, I will be here to answer your questions. You just have to write them down in Class Dojo, and I will be happy to help you guys. I'm happy to communicate with you. I wish you a wonderful day and I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Love you guys.